Hi there, Starscream back to continue his Ultra Magnus review. I said Ultra Magnus and I didn't get picked up on it. You know what, I might try another name. What about... How do you know I was going to do that? Really annoying. Alright, I'll continue my review then of... Ultra Magnus. Here's one I really like, okay? This is the Titanium Ultra Magnus. Yep, we're alright now. And it's a lovely toy. Now, let's take a look at this, shall we, quickly? He's got a handgun, which he can't seem to hold for very long. I don't know why. Look, if you put it in his hand, you move him a little bit, it'll just fall out again. But I don't know why they can't make a handgun that fits his hand. Never mind, never mind. It's a small criticism of a very nice toy. As you know, titaniums have got a common problem of being very wobbly because they're metal parts held together with plastic joints. Ultra Magnus, on the other hand, is practically not a titanium. He has hardly any metal on him at all. It's just a bit of his legs, really. That's all I can determine from that. So, yeah, that's why he doesn't go all wobbly and loose. Plus the fact he's a nice, solid weight. He's very reminiscent of Generation 1 Ultra Magnus, which makes it great, in my opinion. Now, here's another little thing, which I've reviewed him before, but I didn't know it done this, and I found out later on. You can remove the cab section. Unfortunately, it doesn't transform. But you do get to have a separate little cab. See? Isn't that neat? So they really held homage to the original Generation 1 Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus even, with this toy. It's lovely. Oh, I'm sorry, I take that back. The actual part here, I've just noticed, is made out of metal too. So that's 2 bits of metal for your price of 1. But all that aside, a very nice toy. I definitely recommend picking this one up. It's probably a little bit rarer to get hold of. The transformation of him is odd. I had a bit of a problem when I got it in the first time, so I was worried about snapping him. But yeah, it's not a bad toy. Look out for it. Now the head moulding, as I always like to point out too, it isn't too bad, is it? Right, so that's the titanium one done. I got out of focus again. Ow! Right, now this is Overload, sorry. So close together. Overload. Now there's a rear-colour of this into Ultra Magnus. I'm so pissed off with buying re-colours all the time of the same damn toy. I couldn't be bothered. When I knew they were doing an Ultra Magnus variant of it, I thought, now I can't be bothered. I've got enough now. So I didn't bother, but it's actually a really nice toy, and I may eat those words later on when you find that I've actually got one. Now, the funny thing is with this guy, I'll just show you, is this comes out. This goes in. It's sort of like one of those old-fashioned MicroMaster bots. It transforms into its own little robot. It's really natty. This I think's hilarious with his head on here. Look, whee! It reminds me of one of those Happy Meal toys. You know, you would push them back and they flick forwards, and they got big heads. It's hilarious, this thing. But I'll put it back. It looks great with the robot. I think this makes a sound when you push it in properly. Not bad, really. And take a look. I like the blocky shape of this figure. This is a good Ultra Magnus sort of style for a toy, and you can see where they got the idea. It's got a bit here, raised large arms, quite bulky, quite, you know, butch looking, quite an intimidating character, and you could see it would work well as Ultra Magnus, and they've done the obvious. Why not? I actually like the toy, and I actually recommend picking this one up if you can. And it goes into some funny looking tank carrying thing. I'm not quite sure, because this is the part that drags it, so it's like a trailer. It's more like a battle platform than anything, but it's a nice toy, and I would definitely recommend getting this one, actually. But get the Ultra Magnus one if you can. Right, so who we got left? Oh, things really start to go downhill from now on, and they'll come back up at the end, but for the time being they're starting to go downhill by a certain story.
It suggested there may have been a conspiracy to cover up the truth.
In my room, all alone.